Well, Jenna, I don't know what the audience expects me to say here, and I don't know if the Chiefs are in full-blown panic mode, but I am. What the hell do they do all week? Here's the thing. Guess what, guys? If I hadn't watched a Giants game all year, if I'd never watched football, I could tell him, guess what the Giants are going to do? They're going to play too high safety and make you take short gains. That's going to be their defense. On offense, they're going to play action pass you to death and throw in the flat and intermediate over the middle. That's what the Giants are going to do next week. And I have no reason to believe the Chiefs are going to be prepared for it because it's what everyone has done every week. I don't know if this team practices. I can deal with the bad defense. I saw a team that should have won the Super Bowl 3 years ago have a historically bad defense. The bad defense all year long, I've said, we'll deal with it. What I can't deal with, Broussard, is 3 points. I can't deal with the offense, forget not looking unstoppable, the offense looking stuck in the mud from word go. They spend all their money on offensive linemen. The Titans don't blitz ever, and they just keep getting to Mahomes. Right. No one can get open, no one can block, no one can run, and the defense is terrible. So if I sound a little less confident than I have in the past, it's because I thought the Titans' secondary was missing everyone. Scored 3 points. So, yeah, I'm a little panicked. I'm a little upset. Your guys' all collective glee is a borderline HR violation. We do work together. No. I don't appreciate it. But, yeah, not glee. I'm a little panicked.
This is my resting face.
I see. Yeah. First of all, let me say this. Jenna and Wilds, I can't tell you how delighted I was yesterday. Not that the Chiefs got destroyed, but that I wasn't watching the game with Nick. Because I didn't think I could handle another afternoon of having him lay on my shoulder and patting him on his head as he cried, which is what happened last time we watched the Chiefs lost together. Happen. So that I was happy that wasn't the case.
Start the week off with lies.
But Nick, I'm surprised that you are in full-blown panic mode. I guess I get it because it's been Super Bowl or bust. I would say panic mode is just a smidgen too much. Whatever's below panic mode, in distress, disquieted, under duress, major concern, that's where Chiefs fans should be. Because I'm not ready to say they're not going to make the playoffs. And if they make the playoffs, that means to some degree they've fixed some things. And once you get there, especially when you got Pat Mahomes, you got a chance. So I'm not in full-blown panic mode, but obviously they got issues. And I'll say this. Yesterday was the first time all season, because remember, I picked the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl too, to win it. Yesterday was the first time, Wilds, that I really became worried about the Chiefs. Even after Buffalo, I was like, they're fine. They'll get it together. Yesterday was the first time. And I got to say something about Pat Mahomes. Jenna mentioned the 6 games with a turnover, 3 straight now with multiple turnovers. And I think Mahomes is in that space where you could see it in the game, where he was trying to do too much to overcompensate for the defense, but then battling within himself between playing off instinct and making all the crazy throws he does or being too cautious. And I thought it happened at halftime because in the first half, when he fumbled, I felt like I could hear him thinking, should I slide or should I go for these extra yards? We need them. And he fumbles. He goes for the yards, fumbles. So then in the second half, I thought he was like being too cautious. Like, it's like telling Steph Curry, don't take wild off-balance threes. Well, that's a part of Steph Curry. And Pat Mahomes has become Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl champion, MVP, best quarterback in the league by doing these crazy things, making these wild, ill-advised throws.
Playing fearless.
You heard him after the game. We can't make 14-point plays. We can't try to do too much. That's what he does. That's what's made him who he is. So he's concerned. So everyone should be concerned, Wilds, but not quite panic mode.
Okay, Broussard, you are the band member on the Titanic. Like, I'm not panicking yet, guys. Like, it's time to panic. The place is going down. Broussard, we got another song to play, fellas. No, it's time to be in full-blown panic mode. And Nick, me and Dusty cooked up a little graphic for you. We were going to call it Nick's Tears, Tears. We were going to be like 20-0, question mark. We just went a little bit safer. We called it Kansas City Troubles. Just nice and easy. If we can reveal Kansas City Troubles. There's 3 things you really need to be worried about, and within that, 100 other things. Oh, you don't protect the ball anymore. You got a league-high 17 giveaways. Mahomes leads the league with 9 interceptions. Just for the record, it's more than Cardinals, Bills, and the Bucks combined have less than 17 giveaways. So that's not great. That's not great. And here's the thing. I need to correct something. A lot of people are out there, Nick, saying that the Chiefs have the worst defense in the league. That is just a flat-out lie. If we can show how bad their defense is, however, it's not great. They're 28th in total yards. They do allow a touchdown more than everybody else in the league. If we can show the graphic here, Pepper, this is a little bit of a rough ride. So if you have children in the room, you might want to move them out or just say, hey, you know what? This is just a grown-up show. You don't want to hear this. Points per game tied 27, yards per game 28, passes 26, rush 27. They allow touchdowns on 33% of the drives. And now, as you mentioned, they also can't score. That's not great either. Let's be honest with you. Since the Super Bowl, they're 3-5. Mahomes has not been Mahomes. I said he looks like a sneakerhead working at the sneaker store, giving everybody the Patrick price. But Nick, this is not great either. So the question to you is this: are you more worried about Patrick Mahomes, or are you more worried about the defense? If you had to pick one, I know it's tough. But which horrible thing about the Chiefs are you worried about more right now?
Well, listen, what I'm most worried about is right now, they're so bad they have the same record as the Patriots, and I can't stomach that. I can't handle it. I'd rather they have a worse record than the Patriots than be tied with the Patriots. But listen, Patrick will be fine. However, I'm going to go reiterate what I said at the beginning. What teams are doing is not complex. They are running the play-action pass at a super high rate because the Chiefs linebackers look like they didn't know that was allowed. And they are running this same too-high safety look that, by the way, teams tried to do against the Chiefs last year, and Kansas City picked it apart. So, no, I can't puff my chest out here and say I'm totally convinced everything will be okay, because yesterday's game was such an abomination. The Ravens game, the Chargers game, I actually don't. You guys know in real time, I wasn't concerned at all. They played well enough to win those games. They had bad fourth down luck. They had bad fumble luck. Those things happen against good teams. The Titans are a good but far from great team that you knew exactly what they were going to do. Run Derrick Henry around 30 times to play action pass over the middle. They couldn't stop it. They have a secondary that stunk when it was healthy, that was without 4 of its top 7 guys. And the Chiefs couldn't move the football. So what am I most concerned about right now? Right now, it's the coaching, to be totally honest. It is the coaches' jobs to put the team in position to know what's coming and to be prepared for it. We all knew what was coming. And for them to react the way they did and play the way they did in a critical game, when the Chargers had just lost and were off this week, they could have they didn't know what was going to happen in the Raiders game, theoretically tied for in the top of the division in wins. And instead, it was over by 2 p.m. Eastern. It's the worst the Chiefs have looked in 5 years. And so, yeah, it's really, really bad.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.